What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ridiculously ruthless Dr. Disaster, and the other day we discussed how the least appealing component of the upcoming game Ghost of Yotei is the fact that they employed Erika Ishii.
She's a vicious, life-sucking bitch from which there is no escape.
For an idea as to the sort of actress that this person is, take a look at the projects that she's been involved with. She was a voice actress for Date Everything, the unhinged game where the whole point of it is for people to have romantic relationships with inanimate objects. She was a side character in the catastrophic Mind's Eye that was released a few weeks ago and which looked like absolute dog crap and which sold like shit too. She was the gender-swapped Sector in Mortal Kombat 1 because of course she was. She was one of the voice options for Rook in Dragon Age the Veilguard, one of the wokest games from last year. She was the ridiculous rainbow-flavored Mrs. Freeze in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Her resume is not an accident. It is a pattern that every time she's involved in a project, we collectively realize the same thing about it.
It was a disaster!
Clearly, this person chooses her projects carefully, making sure that it's woke, gender-swapping bullshit or worse, and of course, her social media posts make it clear that she is in fact an ideologically possessed zealot. It's impossible to listen to her for more than 3 seconds without thinking, "Shut the f*** up!" So now, this brings me to Ghost of Yotei. It was bad enough that they could have just made a continuation of Jin Sakai's story from Ghost of Tsushima, but they chose to do something else. Now, we are hearing that they had a chance when casting the game. They could have gone with the looks of the voice actress from Japan, who looks much more feminine than Erika Ishii. She would have been much more appealing to the majority male gaming audience, but Sucker Punch intentionally elected to go with the American activist that would make the purple-haired land whales and the HR ladies think, OMG, I'm finally represented on screen.
You've wasted all this time thinking it's your looks that have ruined your life, but it's not your looks, it's your soul. It doesn't exist.
That's gotta hurt.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I've begun uploading some content onto Rumble as well, so make sure that you follow Dr. Disaster on that site too. Also, give me a follow over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account at all times for your reference. Now, as I said the other day, I'm not sure that Ghost of Yotei belongs on that list necessarily, but I'm still not going to support it. I have reached the point where I simply refuse to support any company that hires someone like Erika Ishii, who hates me. I will not give money to people who hate me. You can call that toxic or mean or whatever you want to call it all you want, but it just isn't happening. These people, these woke progressive nutbags, had complete control over the culture as recently as just a few years ago, and when they saw us on the ground, down and out, they attempted to put their foot on our throats and to step down on it. People were getting canceled left and right as woke mobs did everything in their power to make sure that people who disagreed with them lost their jobs. And look, I'm not going to call for Erika Ishii to lose her career or anything like that. Companies are free to hire her all they want, but she is going to have to survive in a market where the studios using her are not going to get my money. I imagine that I'm not the only one out there who feels this way either. Ghost of Yotei will sell well, because Sucker Punch has a lot of goodwill that they've built up with people over the past decade or so with Infamous and Ghost of Tsushima, but this character not being properly optimized, this main character in Ghost of Yotei not being optimized for the gaming market is certainly going to stress the limits of that goodwill. The game won't flop, I'm not trying to make that claim, but I suspect that a reasonably sized chunk of the audience will balk at the character design and not purchase the game. And as I said before, they had the chance to go a different direction. As you can see from this post on X here from J Viper, the gal on the left is a voice actress named Pharaoh's Eye, and as you can see, she's got a traditionally attractive feminine look to her. The male audience for video games would have been much more receptive to an actress like this. From a marketing perspective, choosing to go with Erika Ishii was foolish as hell. Now, the best choice would have been to simply follow up Ghost of Tsushima with a continuation to the story of Jin Sakai, because he is, of course, a beloved character. That should have been Plan A. But of course, Ghost of Yotei would have been something that the studio would have started working on a few years ago, and the culture has shifted a lot since then. Studios aren't able to get by with the gender swapping stuff as easily these days, but back around the time that they would have conceived of this game and they decided to go this direction with the Tsushima sequel, this stuff, this gender swapping stuff, was all the rage. They decided to jump on the girl boss bandwagon, but they could have gone with the physical appearance of the Japanese voice actress, or at least someone that looked more like her. That would have been the obvious Plan B, but instead they went with the frumpy activist with the bulldog face. This is simply piss poor marketing. Look at these two again and ask yourself, which one would the average male gamer prefer to see on the screen? I'm not asking you whether or not you think this is moral or decent or whatever. I'm not asking you to agree. I'm not asking for any moral judgments at all. Just simple facts. Which of these would the average male gamer prefer to see on screen and to play as? Obviously, they're gonna choose the Japanese voice actress. And I reference this all the time, but in case you haven't seen it before, Nintendo revealed a survey they conducted with their Nintendo Switch customers several months ago, and in this survey, a whopping 86% of them were dudes. The gaming crowd skews massively male. You don't have to like that fact, you don't have to like what the average straight male gamer prefers, but from a purely marketing perspective, you have to acknowledge the fact that this demographic ought to command massive respect among these game studios. The problem is, though, that the loud voices in these studios don't make what gamers want, they make what they want, which is why we have seen such massive dips in sales in the gaming industry for the past few years. Once again, I do not expect Ghost of Yotei to have poor sales numbers or anything like that, but I strongly suspect that the release will be muted when compared to Ghost of Tsushima. The marketing is a massive failure with this casting of Erika Ishii, and compounding that is the fact that Erika Ishii as a person is just completely unlikable for a lot of people. In place of a personality, she has a series of political beliefs, and that just ain't gonna fly with a lot of us. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of this asinine marketing failure into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.